Welcome back, y'all. This is for the Cancer full moon, and it's very pretty. If you don't have a lot of light pollution, or if you'd like to go somewhere where there isn't, I actually looked it up because I'm like, there's some brighter stars out here, and they are not stars. They are planets. So right now you can see Saturn, Venus, and Mars in the sky with the naked eye, which is just things that I love to see, to experience. I don't know if I'm going to use these, to be very honest. Oop, look at you being here. So we'll see if they want me to pull. I might have to pull from the love deck. This I definitely am going to use. And so it is the Cancer full moon. I have been talking a lot today, so let's see how we can get this show on the road. And I hope this thing loud enough. We will see. Because I lower the volume sometimes. So, okay. That was not even on purpose. So, Cancer full moon. Cancer rules the mother, the lineage of the mother, if we think of the fourth house, generations, the matriarch, all that good stuff, but also the concept of home and nurturing. I think is often it's an overlooked, a part of Cancer is nurturing, nourishment, and the home frequency as self, because a house does not necessarily mean a home. Y'all know Luther. And if you don't, please get yourself together. So let's do the things. There's a whole lot of transits happening at the same time of the full moon. Mars being retrograde. So something to keep in mind while Mars is in retrograde. It'll be retrograde in between the signs of Cancer and Leo. And so be very careful with men and not as masculine presenting folks, but men, especially cisgender men, because sometimes Mars in Cancer can be violence against women one way or another. We have seen an uptick in femicides and things like that, and so be just very careful. And so something to think about. But in this Cancer full moon, okay, the Chariot, in this Cancer full moon, I want us to think about what is holding us back from feeling at home with ourselves, with the people around us, right? It depends where Cancer is in your chart, but what makes you feel safe? What makes you feel taken care of? Be it self-nourished, be it self-care, eating well, whatever it is. And what are the ways that maybe you have not done this for yourself or need to do for others, right? Because it's a two-way street. So, what do you need to nurture? What do you need to release so that you can be more nurturing? All of that stuff. Maybe one thing I need is sleep. Okay, yes, we will have self-love questions. And I think as I go, I will pull an oracle deck card for anyone that has a love situation going on, since it seems that's what we're doing. I like to focus on self-love, and if it applies, you apply it to external relationships, but the most important relationship you will ever have and the longest is with yourself. So we have the Chariot that came out. Pay attention and also remind me what I was talking about when that came out. But very much do the things. Also, Cancer, the Cancer sign. I haven't met a Cancer sign person that ain't about standing on business and that action. Maybe not necessarily with the people that they love, but about the people that they love, yeah, they're not afraid to go toe to toe with somebody over the people that they love. So, the Chariot, after a lot of work and hardship, you get your just due, right? Imagine the bear hunting. The fish don't fall into the bear's mouth. The bear has to watch the fish, be patient, wait, fail sometimes until they can get the fish that they need, right? Because they're not just getting one, they're getting multiples. But if you have been waiting for a long time for change, for things to happen, and you have been diligent about the work that you have done, right, Capricorn, you will get the things that you deserve, and you should celebrate them when they come in. So, let's do the thing. So, this is rose quartz, this is strawberry quartz, and this is blue aventurine. I'm going to move this over. And we will begin with card number 1, which is rose quartz. And so, this is, I call it a hug in a stone, self-love, bringing in softness, self-compassion, but also it can be external, loving energy. So, let's see what we got here. Oh, I need the little book. Where is my booklet? Where did I put my booklet? It's not in my pocket. I'm a little sleepy, so please forgive me. Oh, right here. Great. Also, please check the new moon reading. It's also a kind of like a year ahead reading, and it did have financial cards in there. So if you haven't seen it, please check it out. Share with a friend, tell a friend. If you rock with me, subscribe. Do the little notification bell. That's how people find me. So it's free for you. It also just helps me not feel like I'm talking to myself all this time. But shout out to the 3 people that be watching my stuff. We go together real bad. Here we go. Alright, so I want to show you. These are some very good cards and nice cards. So the white owl. Look how fancy that is. The white owl. We got the 9 of Cups. And then I'll read the self-love card afterwards. White owl has been a recurring symbol spanning thousands of years, where their white color often symbolizes purity and youthfulness. The white owl embodies all species of owls' traits in readings: knowledge, wisdom, and exceptional insight. They have an extraordinary long-range vision for hunting prey. This ability to see through the distance and time, and time gives the reader a clear insight into what actions are needed when a message is delivered. In the Dreamscape Oracle, owls are messengers who carry critical communications in and out of portals. Time to undertake a new spiritual pursuit. Ponder the cycle of life and death. And just some additional insight on a personal level. I did see one of these, And I literally began a new spiritual journey. And so maybe what you're releasing is how you thought things were going to go, be it on a spiritual journey, life journey. Sometimes we get visited by things, people, when it's time to turn over a new leaf. And the life and death cycle is us leaving who we thought we'd be behind in a compassionate way, right? And it's a bittersweet place to be because it's like there's the new cycle that's coming and we're on our way to its completion. But all for benefit, all for joy, all for a positive new emotional beginning that is fulfilling. And so, this is your self-love question that can be a journaling question. What compliment do I hear most that isn't about my physical appearance? So if you have kind of been, I don't know, not as kind to yourself, or not feeling as confident, tap into like the feel goods that maybe other people have affirmed you with. Harvest. And so, oh, we got two. Oh, see? So we have harvest, and Black Hollywood's one of our favorite relationships. Harvest. You planted the seed that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Literally, Chariot that had came out first. 9 of Cups, which is fulfillment. And then the Owl, right? Higher self. And this is also a reflection of inner child work. So if you have not been playful in a long time, dig into your memory of like, what were the things that I used to enjoy doing? And as an adult, you can do those things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your parents couldn't take you to the Toys R Us and buy you all the things that you wanted. We can't go to Toys R Us, right? But we can go and find games that we used to play or things that we wanted and do it for fun, right? Not for overconsumption, but being able to be like, I actually really wanted to put Legos together, and I couldn't buy the nice Legos, but I could buy them now. Whatever it is. And so, do the things that light up your inner child as well. No matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. There's a lot of things that you do know. That owl says everything. You have the intuition, you have the insight. Cancer is a very intuitive sign. Move in that space of knowing. It will lead you where you need to go. Okay? Simple, to the point. That is what we got for the Cancer Moon for card number 1. Please be self-compassionate. Be kind, but also be open to the new beginnings with spirit that you may be embarking on. Card number 2, which is strawberry quartz. Actually, let me think about strawberry quartz. So quartz is the master healer, an amplifier of energy, right? And then we have strawberry quartz that is almost maroon, right? And that's root chakra. It's grounding. It's kind of like literally taking root, right? Like really being able to be sturdy within the self. So it feels like stabilization. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So we have Luna Moth. So you might have Cancer or Gemini placements and or Let's see what we got for lunar moth. Let's find the lunar moth. I like to see the cups. A lunar moth lives for a short time within that period. They mate, eat, then die, only to have their offspring carry on their legacy. Their unique coloring draws many to them. Their wings may appear to glow, and they have circles that look like the moon on them. Some cultures associate the lunar moth as symbols of transformation and change. Other cultures suggest a representation of a person's soul as it leaves a dead body. No matter where you place lunar moth's spiritual virtue, it is a stunning specimen of Lepidoptera. Time to transform bad habits into good ones. Take a healthy break from your addictions to gain revelations. Also, for you specifically, deck number 2, the North Node is now in Pisces, and that is definitely one of the focuses. To be very mindful of escapism, it's not going to benefit you anymore. And so I'm actually going on a just a journey of finding like non-alcoholic beverages and ways to still be in social settings without being drunk. I don't like the feeling, it doesn't sit in my body, but I also like the feeling of having all of my senses together. And so this might be something that you may want to also partake in. I'll probably be blogging about it, so that's on my writer blog. I'll maybe, if I remember, it's lizflow.com, but I'll see if I remember to put it in the show notes. I'm podcasting. Wow. But I actually have one here, but it's not fully non-alcoholic. Alcohol removed one, I have learned, is like just a very low percentage of alcohol. Also, if you realize that you depend too much on some kind of substance, what if you tried a week off, right? Or a few days off, or just reduction without having shame around it? Life is hard. It's just some of the things we hold as a crutch prevents us from connecting to ourselves, our bodies, and spirit. And sometimes it can hold us back, you know? And so I invite you to do so. Find some alternatives. Find some good alternatives. I'm always open to discuss some of the beverages that I have found, if it's alcohol, or just go a little reduction until maybe you don't need it. Maybe you're sleeping well. Maybe they're waiting for you to dream and you're under the influence so heavily that your spirit team can't reach you in dreams. And so, in dreams we get our warnings, we get information, we get insight, and it's just an invitation. So I'm doing certain things with you, and what's cool is with the lunar moth, as you find a healthy break from your addictions, the revelation is that you start to be able to connect to your emotions better. And it may not be as tumultuous as you think it is on the inside. Maybe you may have to feel the feelings. Maybe you will have to cry and go through certain processes. But on the other side of that is like, oh, like, I can actually deal and come out of these feelings because I've allowed them to pass through me instead of running from them. Cancer moons can be moody and emotional. A lot of times, if you're someone who has periods, we're like, oh, I'm crying because of my period. But how many of the times is it that our period is the only time we allow ourselves to cry. Right? It's, to me, sometimes our having our period and being very emotional during our period is because we've been holding emotions in and they bubble up during that time. Just things to think about. Very much feels like the offering of softness and playfulness, and community. So, maybe somebody's been waiting for you to be vulnerable with them, and you being under the influence hasn't allowed that depth to come in. So, you might have a little offering. All of this is a break, and I love this because what does it say? Reminder. Your desire to take a breath, relax for a moment. You've made it this far. Take that in. Have a moment of stillness. Between Luna Moth, right, and the Seed of Cups, it's very much asking for having a time to yourself. So, if you have to schedule it, schedule it. Make it happen. You are worthy of it. Congratulations, you have been through maybe some of the toughest times of your life. It's time to regroup and reroute yourself into spirit, into your own spirit. So, thank you, card number 2. This is card number 3. Oh, we are zooming. It is fast, and I like it because your girl is out here. It feels like 1 a.m. Okay. Blue Aventurine. Blue Aventurine is good for self-expression, calm. It's the throat chakra. So all things calm self-expression, right? If you have to have a conversation, this is a good stone to have. If your mind is like chaotic and you don't even know what you're feeling and you just need a reprieve, I also recommend Blue Aventurine. And so our shop is not open yet, but it probably will be in March. And so keep your eyes peeled. So what do we have here? Interesting. So Rabbit, my God. Rabbit and Fox. Four of Stones reversed. Stop being sheesh, which is cheap. And that might be with your time, with yourself, with your resources. And so let's look at Rabbit and Fox. I love that I'm finding all the things. Everything is in alignment today. Ever wonder why there's a rabbit on the moon? Of all creatures on Earth, the rabbit was the most generous. One day, Lady Luna visited Earth. All the animals gathered around to greet this neighbor and brought gifts. Some brought wood, fruit. Fox gathered fish from the river, while the poor rabbit offered grass. Rabbit told the lady to make a fire from the grass and wood. In return, he offered his body so the lovely lady would live. In return, she brought the rabbit to life and took him to the moon to always live with her. Generosity. Generosity begets gifts. Always offer what you can. This is very interesting. I don't know what this is about, right? But the Four of Stones is literally saying stop being cheap. Or cheap with yourself too, right? Sometimes there's a lot of trauma that makes us hoard resources. And some of us, and I had said this in the last reading, so definitely if you haven't, check out the Capricorn moon reading. It does have financial stuff in there that you might want to check out. Some people are allowed to hoard funds. But some of us are not. We are not meant to amass resources and like hold it hostage, because it stops us from becoming, from unfurling, from getting gifts, right? Getting blessings. And so the fear of lack is something that you may need to release in this full moon. There are real reasons why we do the things that we do. But what we give, we get tenfold is not just a phrase. And it may be that you have to do work around what resource value means to you. I feel like the Venus retrograde will be very important for you to really consider what is worthy of the value that you bring. Everyone isn't worthy, but making the assumption that no one is worthy sometimes includes yourself. Do not be cheap with yourself and the others who pour into you. Because what it does is you're cutting your supply, your magical supply. And so, something to think about. What would I never want to change about myself? Get specific. So, you are very much worthy of abundance. Sometimes the abundance is you allowing yourself to be experienced by the world, by the people in your life, and you allowing yourself to experience them. And so, I said I would pull these, and I didn't pull this for the other two. I don't know why. That's crazy. I think I forgot. So, this is still card number 3. The things that you want are coming, and it's very, very soon. Be clear about what you want, because within a blink of an eye, it will be yours. So, what are you willing to give in order to receive? That is the question I leave you with. I'm going to just pull one. I think it was card number 2 that I didn't pull one for. I don't know. I think it was card number 2. That moved very quickly. So, for card number 2, these are all over the place. But hey. Explore. Take a ride and explore new scenery or each other's inner thoughts. For card number 2. Adios, y'all. The girl's sleepy in a mug. I hope that the Cancer full moon is nourishing to you, and that you take care of yourself, and that you give yourself the love that you wish to receive in return. And so it is. I close out the sacred space. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell a homie. Share with a homie. And I will see you in the next moon. Bye.